a 3, a 2, oops, a 2, and then I put another 3 beside it to finish off this bit. Okay, so there's that remade. They will do that after they finish this. We already know that we're going to need a couple extra beds because of how few people are living together. We're going to need a fair few extra doors. Okay. So things will just happen kind of a little bit faster, honestly. And let's go ahead and come up here and designate out the rest of that road stuffs. B-O... We want this to be out of orthoclase blocks. O. Yeah. Orthoclase blocks, there we go. Orthoclase blocks. And finally this bit that we did. Once again, out of orthoclase blocks. Okay. Perfect. So, very little lost. Just some time, that's all. That's all. And the turkeys are still fighting because they're still unhappy, all bunched up back here. I don't know why they're all bunched up back there. They could totally spread out. Like, they've got this whole area to be in. They've got 27 squares, and there are less than 27 of them. But they've all chosen the back half to just clump on and hate each other because they don't have enough space. So I don't know why they're so crazy, but they are. Nothing can be done about it. Okay, so we're making paper. We've got some plants being milled. That's good. Let's go ahead and unsuspend the other side's mill plants order too, just to keep that going. Let's go ahead and head down to our dormitory layer and put in the beds and the doors. So we want a door there, a door there, a door there, a door here, a door here, a door here. So we're gonna need more doors. Bed, 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 bed. Now let's see if I can't remember who it was who was in a couple, and I can put those in these ones, these slightly larger rooms. Just, it's not really necessary to put the two people together in the larger room, but it's nice. It's a nice thing to do. Now I think it was the spinner. Yes, haha. And then if we take this one, I think one of these fishery workers needed a larger room. Might have been Mebzuth? Yes, haha. I remembered. Now I remember Catton did not, so we'll go ahead and put Catton in this smaller room. And I think most of the other ones on the last page did not. So if we put Dodok, yep, Dodok is fine there. These ones are all, oh, this one's not owned yet. We're gonna give this to Rith. This bigger one, I don't know if there were any other couples, but there might have been. We're just gonna give this to this fishery worker. Yep, no, I think there are no other couples in this grouping, if I'm remembering things properly. And we should even have a couple of rooms to spare this time, instead of having to make new rooms every single time we have new people come in. This ranger can live there. This can be a room for... sure, the woodcrafter can have a larger room. Let's go ahead and make this the proper size and then make it not for the baby. And we aren't going to give it the children their own places either, but the mason can be here. Okay. We want a bed there. Okay. And I think we won't even need this room. This one will cut it for us. But we will find out momentarily. Does anyone not have their own room after this? We give the fishery worker, and bam, no, we are set. So once those children grow up, one of them will inherit one of these other rooms. We have a few bigger rooms for if we ever want to get someone who needs an office or anything like that. That would be, I actually have no idea what a sheriff requires. I've never bothered to look. What are the skills relevant to having a sheriff? Let's just do that. Sheriff, Dwarf, Fortress. I've never bothered with it, so you know, I'm gonna... Once we reach 20, we can do it. They will imprison law-breaking dwarves. Without a jail, they will have no... Oh, they'll give a beating if we don't have a jail. So we'll need to make a jail. Justice jobs if drafted in the military. Having a weak sheriff is a good thing. A sheriff with good strength, training, or weapon could heavily injure or kill a criminal. Not being able to make a glass throne on a sandless map. Okay. They require an office, quarters, and a dining room. Chest, cabinets, weapon rack, armor stand. So this is interesting. This is about an older version, and it looks to still be the same. Yeah, everything is the same. So yeah, we want it to be someone weak. That makes sense. Kinda. But we do want to make a jail, which I haven't bothered to do either. Now let's take a... Oops, I'm in the wrong place. Let's take a look. So if we go I bet we can just like assign this can become a jail. No, it's not here, unless it's under pen and pasture information. No. Okay, let's remove that zone. Let's see how you set up a jail in Dwarf Fortress. It's a special room. It's designed from a restraint or from a metal cage. If ropes are used, prisoners have been observed to break free, especially during tantrums. Okay. Interesting. Cages makes them upset. Engraving walls will make them happier again. Okay, so this is... Okay, that makes sense. Okay. All right. Let's absolutely do this. And I think it was Eternal Disco way back when who wanted to become the sheriff. So we're going to do that this time. Unless it wasn't Eternal Disco. We'll figure out who it was who wanted to become the sheriff. And we're actually going to set that up this time. Not something I usually do, but I'm absolutely just going to do it. Got to branch out. Make something different. Now the jail is going to be deep inside. I don't know how deep yet. Probably this level deep. Which is 2 below our dining hall, which is of course 3 below our workshops, which is 1 below our dormitories, which is 2 below the surface. So a nice 8 under is where we're going to design our jail, and behind that, our barracks. So let's go ahead and get this designed. Now what we want is, we'll give the captain of the guard or the sheriff quarters down here actually. I'll make them a little bit larger so they can be modest easier. So nice 5x5. That's big, but you know, it'll do. And then we'll give a nice office off to the side. A big bedroom off to the other side. We'll put statues at the corners of each of these rooms. The office, you know what? No, the office should be a 5x5 too, just to make sure that we get him thinking that it's modest. I accidentally deleted it instead of making it bigger. Okay, there we go. So we've got just a nice little area there. And now let's make a cell block. It's only going to have, so what we want is, from what I just read just now, we want a restraint of some kind, a food stockpile, a drink stockpile, and then potentially some like some nice paintings and such. Well, not paintings, but like a nice statue for them to look at, so that they can get happier again. So we're gonna say it's gonna be something like a nice 1, 2, 3 deep, or I think 2 deep and 3 wide makes most sense. So it'll be restraint, stockpile, stockpile, statue, statue, door. And we'll do the same on the other side. So it's nothing too incredible, but it's also enough to make them happy again. We'll do one up here. Actually, we kind of want them to be closer like this. So in fact, let's go like that. We'll get a good number of them dug out. The fact that they're offset is a little bit bothering. So let's just fix that. There we go. So more like that. And this will be our cell block. We're probably never going to need this many jail cells. We're probably not even really going to use the jails much for a while. But it's still kind of cool to just have it all set up. Okay, so that's a nice little jail cell, our cell block set up. And then behind that, we can always set up another cell block on this side. Anyone else who needs stuff up in here can have it. But behind that, let's also designate out our military area. So we're going to want a stairway up, maybe? No, we don't want them to go up. We want them to just come across through. Have a bridge, actually, that blocks them off if we need them to. We'll probably end up having them have their own stair up to the front with their own little watchtower right here. Yeah, that might be... Well, where could it be? It could be here. Yeah, they could have their own watchtower right here, and that's a safe place for it to all come down through. So let's have it turn up. So it'll be like this. It'll be up like this. And let's actually take a look at where the... So it needs to come out this far at least before going up. So like that. Sure. Now off to the side of this, we will have some 5x5 barracks. We will have an immediate on this side actually. So our bridge is going to be somewhere like right here. And then, yeah, let's actually have it be literally right here, extending out this way, and then it'll come up and close off right there. So then right inside there is going to be a door to a stockpile. It's going to go... not that many. Like this. And this is going to be weapons and armor. And then up here, we'll have it be directly in between these, so it can be a good bit wider. I don't know how wide, actually. Actually, probably this wide. As wide as the other two combined. And then, it doesn't really need to be 10 long. Let's have it be 15 long. So 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Perfect. So, this will be, and then we actually want to set up the whole back, and then a little bit of the stuff to the side for channeling, because that will set up our archery range. This will be our big archery range that our mark stores will use to train. We might end up wanting more barracks than this, but I don't see why for now, because we can have them alternate out when they train and when they don't. And we should only need 2 at a time, hopefully. I think. Maybe 3 at a time makes more sense, just so we can have 3-part rotations. And we can make sure that... Well... No, it's hard to set that up. But we'll have this be as is for right now. And, yeah, I say we go ahead and dig our stairs all the way up. DU... We won't dig it all the way up, of course, because we don't want to actually break through the surface.